Good morning. Come in. So it's Lola here with thesmokingprophet.com. I just wanted to share something really quickly while you're coming in. If you haven't been to thesmokingprophet.com, please come on there. I give you all sorts of insights to help you do life better. I talk about spiritual stuff that's taking place in the news, culture, society, everything. I have a podcast. I have vlogs on there, and I have written commentary, grace and peace. I also have other people come in and do stuff for me, and I've gotten some exclusive stuff from some others. So yeah, come on and let's do life better together. So I got something short that I want to share. So come on in. Grace and peace, Tynetta. Come on in. Can you all see me okay? And is my service okay? Because if it's not, I want to change it. I'm kind of sitting in the sun. I just came out. See? It's nice today, right? It's nice, right? So if service is good, you guys can see me. Okay, great. If y'all haven't been on my podcast lately, I want you to do that. I actually did a collab. Yes, the clouds are beautiful, right? A collab with Tynetta. She's on here. So follow her at Tynetta, TYNNETTA_. Follow her. I did a collab with her. Your baby's adorable. Oh my gosh. And you look amazing. Oh gosh. Oh, he's happy too.
Yeah, he's a very happy.
Yes, that's a good thing. You're doing a good job. You're welcome. I love babies. I got distracted. Sorry. So yeah, I want you all to go on there and check out a podcast, Trust Your Dopeness. That's actually on thesmokingprophet.com. She wrote something and it's amazing. So it's on there. But I want you to listen to the podcast if you haven't had time to read it. So you can follow that by going to bit.ly/thesmokingprophet, and that'll take you straight to the Apple account that has my podcast there. If you don't have Apple, it's cool because you can search for thesmokingprophet.com or at Lola Cabaya on Google Play, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Stitcher, as well as Apple, and find the podcast there. So what I want to share with you really quickly this morning is something that came to mind. I always get so many different thoughts and stuff, and a lot of times I don't have time to sit down. I like to, especially with me getting kind of busy and with my family getting busy and stuff. So I'm going to share this with you, but it's going to bless your whole life. Like I've heard my family, Taylor with the U Holland, say, bless your whole life. But yesterday I talked to someone about an idea I have. Where I want to do something for my community. I don't want to just go around saying, I want to help my community and I want to do this and that. I want to start doing some stuff. So I'm like, hey, I got this idea, do something simple, maybe do a little coat drive for some children. And they're like, well, it's the summertime. Well, clearly I'm not thinking about doing it now. Like I would have time to plan it, right? Grace and peace to everybody that's coming on. So I was like, yeah, I was thinking about, something in the fall. Would you be interested in doing this to really help people? Good. I'm glad, Tynetta. Yeah, and they were like, yeah, sure. I like to do something like that. So I'm like, okay, great. And so they asked me next, they were like, well, have you done this before? And I shared with you all a couple of months ago that some of the things that we're getting, some of the ideas that we're having is stuff that, we haven't done before, or stuff that's even been done before that we've seen. So many new things are being created. So much is changing, but so much new opportunity is coming in the midst of all these changes. And as the world turns and as cycles change, as technology changes and old things become obsolete and changes, so many opportunities here, right? Grace and peace, virtue speaks, also everybody else that's coming on. So I was like, nope, never done this before. And my first thought was to kind of solidify myself why I think that God may be gracing me to do this. Grace and peace, Dr. Calicia. But I didn't do that. I just didn't feel like I needed to say anything at that point. So they were like, have you ever done this before with this idea you got? I was like, nope. That was my exact response. N-O-P-E. Nope. Sure haven't done it before, but I'm not afraid. So with me saying that, we were talking later, and I think we talked about it more even after that, and God was just giving me more strategy, Grace and peace. Thank you, Dr. Calicia. Like, don't start big. Sometimes we get these ideas and we think that they're just going to be incredibly big and amazing to begin with, but there are principles in the Bible that we have to follow, right? When you're faithful over a few things, God will make you ruler over many. And it's the same way, like, on your job. It's the same way in school. Whatever you put work into, it'll grow, it'll become bigger, it'll develop, right? So, we can't just jump out there and all of a sudden, man, I want to have a stadium crowd and be talking to thousands of people, and you haven't even talked to 10 well, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm thinking that we could, partner with an after-school program. I know a director over a program. I'm going to reach out to her and maybe just see if we can sponsor those kids for the fall and get them some winter coats and let them know that, their parents won't have to do anything. We'll take care of that. And I'm thinking we could do this and that. And they were like, okay. And, have you done this before? I'm like, nope. I ain't done it before. Nope. Have not done this before. And they were like, well, maybe we can ask such and such to help. And I don't mind help, right? Partnerships are great, but they kind of said that in a manner like, you don't, grace and peace, Kia, like, you don't have the ability to do this because you haven't done it before. Man, how many things have you not done before, but you still tried it, right? Just because you haven't done something before doesn't mean you can't do it, right? So they were saying it kind of like in that manner. So I was like, maybe now it's kind of time to like explain to them why I believe God has graced me to do this. So I was just like, hey, I've organized events before. I've led teams. I've done this, and I didn't go into all the details, and I'm not even going to go on into all of them now because I don't feel impressed to do so. But hey, I've done this. Just because I haven't done this specific thing before doesn't mean anything. So I say this to you all with the ideas that the Lord is giving you. One point is, you may have to share your abilities with others. You may have to share your skill set with others to kind of solidify yourself. You know how you do it in the job interview? Like, you have to tell like what you've done and you've done well. It's okay to do that. Paul even had to do it in the Bible. And I actually started writing about this in August of 2018. I just didn't get to put it out. Talk about it, Tanetta. But in 2 Corinthians 11, Paul was being like defamed by some other apostles, and some versions of the scripture calls them super apostles. But he had to come in and like solidify himself. Like, it does me no good to boast, but let me just do this. Like, let me just tell you who I am. He also did it in Philippians 3. So sometimes it's okay to say like, hey, I'm qualified to do this. Don't be afraid to say that. It's okay to share your experience, to share your abilities, to share what you're capable of. In some cases, you need to do that, okay? And you can do that in humility. And then the second point is, you may not have all the experience you need. You may not have all the answers you need to create the idea that you have, but your experience does. So I've never organized anything like this, but I have experience that can answer those questions. And then this is the third point. You have the idea. So now it's like, imagine a puzzle. And the puzzle is all laid out. It's all put together. Everything's been jigsawed and planted in place. That's what your idea is. You see the full picture. So now all you got to do is go and dissect that thing. All you got to do is pull apart the pieces, and then that'll create your plan. So I just pray that the Lord graces you all with all the ideas that you're getting, not to be afraid because you haven't done it before. Your experience can lend answers where you don't have an answer. You know what I'm saying? Where you haven't done it before, your experience can lend that answer. Do not be afraid. Do your different. Don't say, oh, because this is different than what they're doing, this is wrong. No, it's not. Do your different, whatever God is giving you, and then ask the Lord to give you strategies on how to accomplish it. He will do it. He just wants us to stop being afraid. About a week and a half ago, I told my leader this, my apostle. I was like, I heard the Lord say that, your present state is not your reality. A lot of us, grace and peace, heavenly hosts who just came on, your present state is not your reality. A lot of us are doing things and living a life that is not the reality that God has given to us. It's not his reality for us. I hope that makes sense. We are living in a manner, we are living in a state that is below what he's established for us. And he wants us to believe, he wants us to come up and to stop being afraid. I'm going to release a post that Ivan Lynn Jr. Wrote on his Facebook, and he's allowed me to share it on thesmokingprophet.com. I'm going to release that next week. I'm going to release some writing tips for you all, some other stuff. I'm going to be doing some collabs with some people, but do not be afraid to do your different. So many people will tell you it's wrong. I've been demonized for being different. Oh, she's this and that. No, I'm just different, and it's okay. And I'll try to be sensitive to your differences, but be sensitive to mine as well. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you all, and go and listen to this prophetic word. It's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. It's Don't Be Afraid to Learn As You Go. If you go to the bit link that I have up there, bit.ly/do your different, all lowercase letters. Go there. It's going to take you directly to that video. The video's like 2 minutes. You guys know I don't like to talk long. So go and listen to that. Be inspired and let me know what you're doing. I love to encourage you and also have you guys encourage me as we go along. Remember, we're in this together. This is all about partnerships. This is all about teamwork. I started talking maybe about 4 weeks ago on cross-pollination, and the Lord gave me that last year on collaborating with others that even aren't like you. We've got to do it. I'm going to talk about that more. That's going to be on the podcast coming up in April. So follow thesmokingprophet.com or at Lola Cabaya on iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher to catch my podcast, and stay connected with me on thesmokingprophet.com. If you want, you can get on my text list. You can text the word Blaze, BLAZE, to the number 31996. I do all of these things. I have all of this stuff out there, all of these resources to just help you. I do all of this out of my own pocket. I don't ask anyone for anyone, so take advantage. And if you have anything that you can share with me that you believe would help me or help my audience, then please feel free to email me, okay? At thesmokingprophet@hotmail.com. Love you all and have a wonderful day.